What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be predicting the Eagles record in 2022. And first up, we have the game against the Lions in week 1. I predict this will be a win for them. When you look at the Lions and the Eagles rosters, the Eagles clearly have a better offense and defense, and I think they're going to start out strong. Next up, we have week 2 against the Vikings. I predict this will be a loss. I don't think the Eagles are going to go on some huge run right at the beginning. I think they're definitely going to take an L here. Vikings are a pretty good team as well. Obviously, Justin Jefferson, Kirk Cousins, Dalvin Cook, very prolific offense, and I project them to end up losing here. Next up, we have week 3 against the Commanders, and I think the Eagles are going to stomp them. I mean, Washington just not a very good team, and I don't see them being able to upset the Eagles here. Next up, we have week 4 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Simply put, they're a very bad team, and the Eagles are a pretty good team, so they're going to go and they're going to win. It's at home, and there's just no way the Eagles are going to lose this one. Starting off 3-1, going into week 5 against the Cardinals. Cardinals still do not have DeAndre Hopkins, and they're going to win again. They got a pretty easy start to their schedule. They're going to take full advantage of that, starting off 4-1 and getting this victory against the Cardinals. Then in week 6, they're going to face off against the Dallas Cowboys at home, and they're going to lose this time. They're not starting 5-1, but I think they will start 4-2 here going into their bye week. Now they're going into week 8 against Pittsburgh. They had a bye week, so they're fully rested, fully healthy. Pittsburgh is probably still trying to figure out their quarterback situation, and they're going to get a win here pretty easily, I think. Next up, they play who I deem to be the worst team in the league by a bit in the Houston Texans, and the Eagles are going to get a pretty easy win here and somehow end up being 6-2 through 9 weeks. Next up, going into week 10 against Washington, I think they're going to win this one. I think Washington is going to be the one team in their division they end up sweeping, finishing with a record of 4-2 within their division. Next up, in week 11, they're going to be playing the Colts. I think they're going to end up losing. Obviously, you have some kind of 50-50 matchups, and I have them losing this one because the Colts are a good team and they're playing away. And then in week 12, they're going to play the Packers. I think the Packers are one of the best teams in football, and the Eagles are going to end up losing this game. And in week 13, they're playing the Tennessee Titans, and it's going to be A.J. Brown's revenge game, and he is going to win it. This is a win for the Eagles. Next up in week 14, against the New York Giants, I have us losing. This might be a surprise, but they always end up getting one game against us. They have a streaky team, in my opinion, that could be good some days, might be good other days. And I think since we're visiting them, and, we haven't been doing quite as well in this recent stretch, I think we're going to lose this game. Next up, week 15 versus the Bears. Eagles are going to win this one. Bears are a pretty bad team. Their quarterback situation's uncertain. Their defense isn't very good. They don't have any good receivers, so I think we're going to get a pretty easy win there. Then in week 16, we are going to go to Dallas and beat the Cowboys. They beat us the first game, so we're going to beat them here. We always seem to split with the Cowboys, and I think we're going to win this one. Week 17, we're going to play the Saints, and we are going to end up losing. This is one of those 50-50 games, and we're going to lose this one. Then week 18, get an easy victory against the Giants. They beat us the first time. Well, not this time. So, in conclusion, the Eagles end up going 11-6, 4-2 within their division, 5-4 at home, and 6-2 away. Next up, other predictions. I predict the Eagles will win their division and end up winning one playoff game. I predict that Jalen Hurts will pass for 4,180 yards, rush for 775 yards, and score 46 total touchdowns. I also predict that both A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith will go over 1,000 yards. I also predict Dallas Goedert will accumulate about 800 yards. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. If you liked it, like and subscribe to see more content like this. And I just hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one.